We have following some breaking news right now. A car crashes into a building.
Yeah, we actually have a live look at the scene right now on Sanger Avenue in Waco.
At a press conference over at KCEN ISD as well that we do want to get you up to speed on if you happen to miss that.
Yeah, Superintendent Dr. John Kraft, he addressed the public and he said that they do plan to resume classes on Monday, March 23rd, but he says that could change. We continue our team coverage from Odessa this morning following this weekend's tragic shooting.
We have Barry Roy and Maria Aguilera standing by with new information as students at Odessa High School get ready to head back to school today. We'll get to them in just a moment. The time we have all been waiting for. Can you feel the love? Sorry, got carried away.
Yeah.
Got carried away. But
I gave you your moment.
Yeah, thank you for giving me my moment. It's an exciting one. Of course, The Lion King hit in theaters.
What's your hidden talent? What's a hidden talent that nobody at home knows that Jimmy Fallon has?
I can eat a pint of ice cream in bed and fall asleep, still holding the pint of ice cream.
That is impressive.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's called balance. Of
Yeah.
course, the big headline for the past couple of days has been flattening that curve. And I think that a lot of the messaging that we saw in the press conference with the president was to follow the protocol, stay indoors. These protocols are in place for a reason. It is the best way to flatten the curve and stop this spread.
And something interesting that a doctor addressed from Baylor Scott & White over at the press conference in Waco is don't go to the ER for testing.
It is the end of another week, and the end of a week means some numbers in context. Every single week, Heidi's been doing a great job of explaining the latest coronavirus numbers. Heidi, what do we have this week?
Well, a couple of big things to note, Chris. As you mentioned, we like to do this each and every week here on Texas Today to keep you informed and in the know, and also to shine some light and bring you some perspective on how counties in Central Texas, along with the state, are dealing with COVID-19. Piece by piece, Texans are working together to rebuild their lives after floodwaters have devastated their communities from once tropical depression Imelda.
Chris Rogers is in Beaumont this morning with the latest on conditions there. Good morning, Chris.
Well, Heidi, Maria, good morning to you. We are standing just outside another flooded subdivision here in Vidor. That's an area just outside of Beaumont. So many of the areas hardest hit still awaiting relief at this hour. Now, we do want to remind you that FEMA will be on the ground this morning.
Let me get back to you. Let it go. Let it go.
Me anyway. All right, we're going to work on a duet coming up throughout the show today. Ways you can help out. You can donate to a GoFundMe page right here, and those are listed on our website. But we want to show you this. Our verified team has been breaking down which GoFundMe pages are legit, which aren't.
Another higher.
Another higher, and that was good. That was. I'm sorry, I got carried away. I got carried away with a high five there. I didn't mean to break your wrist out there. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. Yeah. This is a live look at the traffic as we speak in real time. You can see that dark red area there is where that closure is right now. 2-1. Jimmy Fallon said he'd choose you for the Tonight Show. But I got the go-ahead from the big guy himself.
You did.
It's a pretty big deal.
I will say demo day is his day, so the fact that he picked you is still pretty cool.
It's a very interesting debate. For so many Americans, this is simply not enough. But on the other hand, you have to think that our economy right now is not doing so well. So this money has to come from somewhere. At least we can hope that it's a start to getting this thing back on path.
Yeah, I think you mentioned a good point there, a start.
Look at this. I showed you San Francisco in the last hour of the show. How about Shanghai, huh? Now, our producer here was worried this was going to topple over right on air, and then that would break out in tears like a little kid. But I think it's built sturdily enough that it'll be fine. Heidi, obviously, finances so crucial right now, and really on the top of minds for so many people. And I do want to remind people, I am not a financial expert, but I have talked to plenty of them for my Verify segments, and they all say the same thing. If you don't have to take money out of your retirement account, you should not take money out of your retirement account. It should only be a last-ditch option. Yeah, we know some people are facing really hard times right now where that is the only option, so I'm glad there's no penalty for people who do choose to do that. Silent night, holy night. Back to you. All is gone, all is right. Sing with me, Zach. We are prepping for Easter, and we can still celebrate even though we have the social distance. And I know Chris has his reason to smile. I see a little fluff there. How's it going? It's going well. I spilled a little bit of my breakfast here on my home anchor desk, so he's very interested in that. Before we go, we want to show you a picture of the future. It's from the past, but it's going to look like the future, as Chris Rogers and Zach Scott cannot cut their hair right now due to this pandemic.